Hey everybody, welcome to the ICCG YouTube channel. And we're getting ready to finish out this series, which has all been about bringing different types of partners into your business. And the last one is really interesting because it's just about bringing in the next generation as a partner, not just as someone to come work for you, but as an equity partner in the business. And what are some of the downfalls? What are some of the benefits of that? Let's cover the benefits. I mean, first of all, how great is that if there's a family that the next generation desires to be a part of the business? That's a little unusual, actually, in our day and age right now.
Well, and what a blessing it is. And both of us have experienced a little of that. It's working with family members.
Right.
It can be tough, but it can also be worth it.
Right. Right. But there's also some things I think we need to throw out some caution out there, because what you want to do at the end of the day, there's this goal, and we always kind of laugh about it, but it really is true. Some of the most stressful times can be, holiday dinners with all the family, right?
That's right.
And you don't want business to get in the way of that. So you want to make sure, even when you're structuring, that you're thinking through things like, are we going to be able to have dinner together on Sunday afternoons and not talk about business? It's not going to be all about that, and kind of keep the main thing. So when we're talking about that, there's a couple of things we've discussed. One is if, let's say that we've got a son or daughter that's working in the company, but they're not quite ready to take over. In fact, there's one or two layers of management between them, and you still want to bring them in as an equity partner. How would you do that? Because it would almost be like they're leapfrogging the management team.
Yeah, it's so difficult. And having a conversation that includes those people sometimes is necessary, right? A lot of times they know that at some point the writing's on the wall. This is a family business, and the next generation is being groomed. And so not talking about it with those people doesn't help.
Right.
I think also most of the time it doesn't happen really well because the owner of the business doesn't deal with it, not just with those employees, but just dies, let's say, without any transition plan whatsoever, right? And so what happens is at that point you have the kid that's working in the business has siblings that's not. But they all own the business because it wasn't dealt with in the estate plan, right?
And I literally was in a different part of the country this year. We were visiting with somebody, and the son was managing this family business, and he just had this weight of responsibility, and they had absolutely no responsibility. Yet he felt this weight because they had expectations financially and some other things that just didn't quite seem fair to him, and he was retirement age now. He was trying to figure out, what do I do next? And
it becomes a really, really difficult thing to navigate at family dinners, as you're talking about, and that's not worth it. Family's important. We want families to be able to deal with conflict well, and so when you're bringing business into the mix, there's going to be conflict. But that being said, as hard as it is, a lot of times you want to add a NextGen member to the partnership. And so you just got to remember the same limitations apply that for other employees, right? So it might be a taxable event if you give an employee equity. And so how do you do that?
They're treated the same as anyone else because they've got their own Social Security number, right? They're taxed.
And there are very few business owners in family-owned businesses that can just hand the business over to their kids.
Right.
They need to fund their retirement or whatever they want to do next. And so there has to be maybe a transaction between them and their kids that is possibly financed outside of the business, either with a bank or with a financial partner that we've talked through. And so how you structure that and how you value it, maybe they earn equity over time, but then they've got to finance a chunk of it at the end. Who controls what? All the employees are used to answering to mom and dad, and now they've got to answer to you, and that's just really difficult. So doing it after asking all the right questions and talking openly about it to make sure that everybody's goal is to keep the family intact, because it's all about legacy.
Right. And I would say this: if this is something you've never thought about, or this is something you're thinking about and you don't have a transition plan in place, by all means, put a transition plan in place, but you're going to have to talk with it. Look, the longer you're in something, the less you really know it. And most business owners, and we are the same way, we're blind. We've got blind spots. We don't see. And sometimes we think our kids may be way more overachievers than they are, and sometimes we have low expectations, yet they're very, very capable. Getting someone from the outside to come in and walk alongside you and your family and help you through that, and so that you've got a really good transition into that legacy plan can be really, really beneficial. We'd love to help you with that, but to get help from somebody, because it can be a great time, and make those family dinners count in the future. And
the legacy of the business success to help your family have fun for generations to come.
That's right. Thanks for joining us.
Cheers.
Hey, thanks for joining Grant, Dave, and the rest of our team today. My name is Andrew, and I'm with the business development side of ICCG. If you have any questions or want to talk to somebody on our team, please visit our website, follow the directions there. I'll most likely be the one to respond, so look forward to hearing from you. Before you go, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you next time.